Hey everybody, it's Thursday night, which means it's Haven Comics Trivia, and also I'm back. I was out of town, but now I'm not. I'm back. I made it safely. I survived. I'm back at home with my lovely backdrop, and that makes me pretty happy. So while I celebrate the joy of being back and seeing what in the world happened in my absence, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, make sure you hit the bell for the notifications while the intro video plays, because you've seen this all before and you got nothing better to do. Come on now. I'm still here. See, I was not a figment of your imagination. So I am very glad to be back. I'm glad to see that the place hasn't burned to the ground while I was gone. So that's all good news. While I am celebrating and thinking of things that make me happy, I will introduce my co-host, Mr. Jeremy Bernal. How are you doing, sir?
Hello, I'm doing okay. Life is okay. If the entire internet burned down while you were gone, that's a feat. We'd be doing great. So.
Yeah, and it clearly didn't, because we still have the same number of subscribers that we had before.
Well, that sucks because I feel like we did a good job last time.
I haven't had a chance to watch it yet, but I'm looking forward to it. I'm curious to see how many times my name was taken in vain. Rough estimate?
I don't think we mentioned you at all. It was a good day.
Oh, well, in that case.
All right, guys. Well, I'll be doing the whole show tonight, which means we will have an existential conversation about what life really means. What it means to be alive. What it means. All right.
I can't let that happen. I can't let that happen. So let's see, who all do we have with us tonight? With you talk about existential conversation and deep thoughts. Tots was the first one with a comment, and it was that. Followed immediately by Spider Girl, who one-upped him. So yeah, we've got Tots is here. Let's see. Little discussion going on over there. Big, long discussion going on over there. Man, that was just back and forth while we were waiting. And then he said in his best country voice, "The student has become the teacher." That's awesome. As Alan says, Alan's in the house. Bring me Owen!
Oh, speaking of, let me get those questions.
Yeah.
Pulling them up. We've got a pretty good list. We got questions from lots of our guests. It was great.
Hey, Jackie, how are you? Norris is here in time for the countdown. That's awesome. Yep, thanks for noticing. Thanks for noticing.
That's my line.
Hey, Grace. I'm glad somebody missed me. Appreciate that. Kim says, welcome back. That's awesome. Wheelchair superhero in the house. How you doing, sir? Hope everything's going well. Alan says, smash the thumbs up, like, and share it out, folks. He's not kidding. You should do all of those things. Norris came by the shop on Saturday, and I wasn't there. Mike, imploring people, please. The Facebook crowd, get on here. He's feeling outgunned, perhaps, or at least outnumbered.
When are we going to do those Facebook versus YouTube shirts?
Look at that. Jeremy did great at the helm last week, getting some love.
Oh, look at that. And that's official. That's from Haven Comics itself.
It is.
No need to question that at all.
Okay. Yeah, I got to tell you guys. I don't know. I know that people have to answer in the chat, but if people have not seen Dustin Ellis from Two Brothers Comics, he did this one chip challenge. It's a chip, a single tortilla chip that comes in a coffin-shaped box. And it's like a habanero, ghost pepper, Carolina Reaper death chip.
We'll download this photo and show everyone because this looks intense. Oh, so what is it?
he did
Keep
it.
filling me in. I didn't mean to cut you off.
You have to eat it. Presumably without dying or wanting to die. He wanted to die. He was, he a lot of it came back up pretty quick. And then he was crying and he rubbed his eyes and he had that on his hand. So he got it in his eyes and he's like,
oh man, he is an amateur. That is amateur hour. What you just said. I'm sorry. Is he in here? Because I need to trash him for that.
I'm pretty sure he's not, but it was quite a funny video. If you're a member of the Two Brothers channel, you could watch it, the unedited version, where he says a lot of not nice things.
Okay.
And I think he drinks a gallon of milk afterwards too.
I've got some people in here that could attest. I could do this. I would do it on the show. I would do it without crying. Wouldn't shed a tear. I might get a little flustered. Maybe some sweat near my eyes, but no crying. I could do this.
Well, you should do that next week. That'd be great.
Buy it for me and send it to me, and I'll do it.
Actually, I don't know. Next week we've got a special guest on next week, and that's going to be awesome. Maybe that could be part of our Halloween episode.
What about audience?
That would be scary. I would be scared for you.
What if we do a Halloween month?
I'm on board with the Halloween month.
Spicy Wing Challenge. Hey, I don't even need 250 subscribers. Just get it for me. That's it. Don't make me pay for it, and I'll eat it. And I'll do it on camera. I don't care. I know people here will pop up and say that they believe in me.
Tots wants to do this too. Okay.
Bring him on. Let's do it together.
Yeah, we'll bring you on camera, Tots. You guys can burn each other and see who lives.
Also, it's $20. What a scam.
Hey, Blue Hellion, all the way from Nebraska. How you doing, sir? Love the luchador mask. Yeah. That's awesome stuff. Let's see who else we got. David Fox equals Lane. I recognize the picture. How you doing, Lane? Hope you're doing well. Since you moved off. Christine says, "Hey, Josh is alive." That's awesome. Grace is chanting for Team Facebook. Spider Girl 42 is saying Team YouTube. I thought for a second that was Team Yeti.
She's playing the odds.
Yeah, ask Dustin Ellis about that one chip. That video was so funny, guys. Dustin, hey you guys. Yep, indeed. Oh.
This is what I don't get behind about that one chip challenge. How hot it is, I don't care. There's $20 for one chip. What a joke.
Yeah, you're paying for the coffin-shaped box and for the privilege of saying you ate that thing because you're a lunatic.
I could do it.
All right, let's see here. Or am I still blocked? You are not still blocked. We got you. We're just talking about, yes, I can see this. We're just talking about the one chip challenge and how hilarious that video was. I was like, no, don't do it. Don't do it. It's like watching a horror movie. Don't go down those stairs.
Jeffrey Middleton and I did the hot wings challenge together. I'll eat it. I'll eat the one chip. Give me any chip. Crunch.
Maybe we should have Kim on standby for medical just in case.
I deserve whatever happens to me.
Oh, I like this. Look at that. Oh, yeah, that made me feel good. The legendary. That's good stuff. I mean, come on now. You know that's good stuff. Jay Thornton in the house. Man, we got a packed house. Everybody wants to see how this goes tonight.
Yeah. People here early.
Like spicy food, but that's beyond my ability to stomach it. That is none of that stuff for me. Jackie says that chip is fiery hot. Oh, and Nick throwing some shade at his brother there.
Hey, don't drag little girls. I bet my daughter could handle it. I'm lying. She wouldn't eat pepper. So.
Yeah, I have to admit, I agree with Alan. That unedited members only video was hysterical.
I want to see it. Somebody send it to me. Or send me the link. I'll pay for it. Whatever. I want to see it.
Wait, you'll pay to watch the video, but you won't buy the chip to eat it yourself?
The chip is the scam. So, I mean, hey, I'll do it. I'll do it for charity. I'll do it. Whatever. But I can't pay $20 for one chip on principle. The end. So.
Interesting. I'm not sure. What is your mom saying here?
Ba weep grana weep ninibon is the universal greeting from Transformers, the movie. So, come on. I thought you were a nerd. My mom knows that.
I thought that was Welsh or something. I don't know what the heck that was.
You remember when Grimlock goes to the trash planet? And he introduces himself to all the Sharkicons or Sharkticons. I don't know.
I haven't seen the Transformers movie in 30 years.
Hey, stays up here.
All I remember was that not everybody made it out alive.
It's bold.
Oh, Lindsay bringing the heat, and it's not the kind of heat you like. Look at that. He loves pain and hating himself.
This is me.
Let's make this happen. Yeah, I'm all on board. This is good stuff. Man, you guys have just been like flying with these comments. Holy cow, they are just rolling. Now this is a challenge that I would lose in a heartbeat.
Right? That's what I thought.
Yeah, no. If it's good chips, like those voodoo chips, holy cow, those voodoo chips. Thank you for turning me on to those, Tots. Because now I get upset when I go to the grocery store and they don't have them. Like, that makes me sad.
I've been talking to you about voodoo chips for a long time. Those are amazing. They're the best chips on earth.
Jeremy, Nick Ellis just sent me a link to this video, so I'm going to send it to you.
So we can't put it up here for people to watch, right?
That I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think we can do that.
I mean, I don't think it's going to bust any copyright or anything, especially since he just...
All right.
Oh, Lane. You're
me.
the man.
He knows.
Lane gets me. There you go, Tots. Tots has got the truth of it. It's not a $20 chip. It's a $20 story for the rest of your life. About that time you made yourself cry. On camera in front of a bunch of people. Wait a minute. Wait, Lane has shaved his head. What? What is up with that? Yes, I can see you two brothers. I've been able
we
to
can see you. We unblocked you. It was an accident. It was an honest accident. I got some help. You are unblocked across the board. Nobody's blocked.
Justin has a chip from under his couch. Don't eat that.
Eat it. That's his one chip challenge.
Thank you. I like the shirt too. That's a good shirt.
We have this is the best. So we have an awesome guest tonight. We've got a lot of great we've got a lot. Oh man. I don't want to comment on this except to say that is a real challenge. Oh, Lane knows it. We have a great guest tonight. I think we should get him on, and I think we should see if he would do the one chip challenge. I think we should, explore his mind.
Oh yeah, that was hysterical in the video. Like he sniffed, like he opened it up and was like, I wonder what this smells like. And he goes, it got in my nose. It was terrible. Oh, Lordy. Jeffrey Middleton stepping up to the plate. He will sponsor your chip.
Jeffrey did the Hot Ones challenge with me, and he did it admirably. He only said 2 or 3 embarrassing things. It was great. It's a good time.
Holy cow. Okay, so he says, feel free to show the edited version The members only has some F-bombs that may not be best for families watching. It's a true statement.
Oh man.
Wow, okay. Justin saying he will co-sponsor.
Hey, let's make it a charity event. If multiple people want to sponsor it, let's see if we can raise a little bit of money for Mana House or whoever.
Let's raise some money for Kids to Love. I think that's a great idea.
Right on.
I
love kids.
They work with foster kids, kids in the foster program, and the families that take them in, and they do incredible stuff. Also, they're located right behind Haven on Castle Drive.
Awesome.
Awesome facility. I like that there must be a Steve Thorwin if there's an alligator Loki. Hey, look who we got. We got comics and death metals here, so I think we're ready to go. We'll put that together, Travis, and we'll do it. We'll do it. We'll get a bunch of you crazy people. I'll MC it because I'm not gonna burn the insides of my digestive tract out with that thing.
I would love for you to at least open one to experience and describe it, because
my nose doesn't work very well, so I can't. That would be useless. I don't smell things too well. So,
is that a side effect of COVID, or you?
No, it's a side effect of having surgery when I was 3 years old, and they cut the nerve up in my nasal passage. It's a side effect from that.
Tots, you're vying for best friend status, and I appreciate you. All right.
I don't think that Nick Ellis is going to go for that, dude. He's already seen that. We got a Jeremy Long in the house, y'all. It's a rare Jeremy Long sighting.
Jeremy, good to see you.
That out. That means Christy Lafayette's probably going to show up any minute now, because wherever she ends up walking like they do this. Wherever one goes, the other one ends up there. It's just this bizarre freak of nature.
Maybe he did. He doesn't remember.
Not that I'm aware of, but, I don't really have a real strong memory of that time period.
All right. Let's get our guest
Everybody's
on.
dying to see the man behind the questions. I think we should bring him on. What do you think?
I think he has orchestrated this entire show, running it behind the curtain, and it's time to just unveil him. So the show's ruined for everybody. Let's bring him on.
There he is.
Owen.
Uh-oh, it's Uncle Owen.
Oh man, how are you?
I feel
right.
like we should
Y'all
have
hear
some
me?
music playing like.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you great.
I don't know. I haven't used headphones in like 2 years, so.
They look good on you.
Well, the mic on my laptop sucks, as we figured out yesterday, so I had to break these out, unfortunately.
Can you turn your mic down? I'm gonna say 20%, maybe 10.
I have no idea how to do that.
I'll do it over here.
I don't think you need to. You sound great.
I don't know. That's the audience.
I'm gonna do just a little tiny. Maybe it's just me. Maybe
Maybe you should turn your sound down, Mr. Jeremy Man.
That's probably it. Okay, it's cool. Okay, Owen, tell us who you are. Tell us why you are how you are. Tell us what happened to you that made you that way.
Well, I don't want to do that, so no. Yeah, I don't know. I was born and raised here, basically. Just I don't know.
Catch it.
It's been a big comic nerd since I was like 12.
What was the first comic book you ever read? Do you remember?
Yes. The first comic book I read was Batman Returns, the movie adaptation.
Wow. That's a start.
Still have it. And that spring, I got sick. I got like the flu or something, so I stayed home from school for a few days. And my mom came home from the drugstore, and she brought me a Spider-Man book, a Disney book, and a Batman book. I remember which Batman book it was. Pretty sure it was the one with the mime on the front of it, like the female mime, the punk mime. Kind of got hot last year because people thought it was like a prelude to Punchline or some bullshit like that. Oh, sorry. Where's my swear jar?
He said he was really going to get a swear jar. Did you do it?
So, all right, here's a fun fact about me. I have a mouth like a sailor, and I've promised both of them I'd keep it PG-13 tonight. So, I did not get a swear jar. But if somebody wants to put up a running tally, I'll say a buck a word.
Do you have a framed Rick and Morty picture behind you?
I do. My girlfriend had that commissioned for me for Christmas. That is
Very
us. Cool. It just says Ashley and Owen, and it's a character of us coming through one of the green portals.
Josh, Owen is a person who can completely school me in every way about Rick and Morty. He loves Rick and Morty more than I know about Rick and Morty.
No.
So.
My girlfriend knows more about it than I do. She just like goes nuts on it. It's like we'll sit around sometime somewhere like. I mean, that's what we do when we're bored. We'll just turn it on and we'll sit there and just hang out and like it'll be playing in the background, or we'll just get into it and watch it and just. Yeah. Sometimes we'll sit around and start asking each other like random questions about characters, and she usually beats me pretty good at that. So.
I think Justin's giving you the name of that comic, maybe. I don't know. Otherwise, this makes no sense as to why he typed that.
Returns, isn't that Catwoman Penguin?
I think he's talking about the Batman book I got the next spring.
Oh,
he is, yeah.
Okay.
So
why do you? Sorry.
Go ahead.
Why do you do the questions? You're a huge contributor to this show. Why do you do it?
I don't know. Just love trivia. Always have. It's like Tots. Like we used to go to third base. We didn't really talk about that a whole lot when Bill was on here when he was the contestant, but we man, that was competitive. Like all the teams kind of knew each other. It was really hard. It was really hard too. Like questions were not easy. And it was just really competitive, so really enjoyed it, and just always been kind of addicted to it. So when I got this opportunity, I was like, yeah, I know a shitload of trivia questions, so I'll go for it.
I'm so grateful you did, because the show is significantly better with you doing your behind-the-scenes portion of it than it would have been with me. I didn't even know. Like, the way you write questions makes the show way more fun. So thank you.
There's a lot of effort that goes into it, man. Like, you can't just... you got to make it fun. Like, context clues are everything. If I really wanted to stump people, that's easy. You got to make it fun. Yeah. And I like playing towards the audience, and I like playing towards the contestant. I mean, and like making sure that they have fun with it, because it's more fun to get stumped on something, like a subject than it is something you don't know anything about. Like,
yeah.
I mean, if y'all ask me an anime question, all right, next, like, good job. But like, if you ask me like a really hard like question about like the Flash or Starman or Rick and Morty, if you stump me on it, that feels. I mean, like, gosh, you got me. But at the same time, like, that's awesome. Like, feels good. That's just good entertainment. Creates like good engagement. So, but there's a lot of science. I don't say science. There's a method to it though, definitely. I always try to.
Would you say?
I've gotten to the point where I realized I always need to get the Canadian and the real estate question early, like, because those are the two that are just set in stone, and after a while you got to start digging for those things, man. You can't just unfortunately there's just not a wealth of great pop culture knowledge from Canada out there at my disposal, so it's relevant to the show anyways, but yeah, I'm trying.
Well, bubbly Starman.
Well, I tell you, you make a world of difference. Like Jeremy said, if I had to write these questions, I would just as soon go knock my head against a brick wall, because I would run out so fast. This show would have lasted like 3 weeks, and that would have been
yeah.
So the fact that you keep on going, hats off to you.
Right.
It's funny because some weeks
you
are
didn't
harder.
take your hat off, Jeremy. That was a.
It's a trademark. I can't.
Yeah, but
I'm
you
not
could
allowed
doff
to.
it.
I remember the first episode of this I wanted to do. I had a little Marvel quiz like packet that somebody got me for Christmas, and that's what I was going to do. And like, you're right, that would have been like one episode, maybe two.
Norris, I've watched some anime. Like, all right, so when I was like 12, I got addicted to comic books. I mean, it's like crack. It really is. Like, I mean, someone asked me one time how many comic books they thought I'd read, and like, seriously, I mean, real estimate probably like 20 to 25,000.
Wow.
But that's over the course of like 30 years almost. Like, that's over the course. I mean, that's a long time. That's spread out.
I feel
So
like
you
we
was
should
hanging
have
out
gotten a cupcake or something to celebrate.
Yeah. Where's the cake? Oh yeah, that's why we're doing this. It's our 1 year anniversary. We've been doing this for one solid year. So
You didn't get the cake?
I didn't get the cake.
Did you get the cake? I didn't get the cake.
Nobody got a cake.
Oh well.
But Norris, like I hung out in a lot of shops, so I was around anime a lot, and I do like Neon Genesis Evangelion. Like I watched that like 20 years ago. I always thought that was really good, and like Spirited Away and Akira are great, but beyond that, I'm like I don't even think about anime. Like I watched like maybe 20 or 30 episodes of Dragon Ball 20 years ago and couldn't get into it. So.
Well, we only have one anime question for you tonight, I think. We have one thing that we need to hammer out before we get into it.
The rules?
So, yes.
Tonight's a little different, guys.
Owen cannot win the prizes. We're part of the production team. We can't walk away with all the prizes. That's cheating. So, Owen, how do you want to make this work so the audience has a chance to play and you have a chance to play?
I'll just game it like y'all did last time with when Alan was on, I guess. If I know the answer, I'll just say like, I know the answer, and I'll give it 15 or 20 seconds, or I won't say it till y'all tell me to.
Okay.
I can keep my mouth shut. Like I'm not just gonna blurt it out. I can do that. I can like hold my tongue.
Right on. Audience, we love you. It has been 1 year. So tonight, what are we doing? We're giving away gift cards. That's it. Gift cards to Haven Comics, and the Blurred Syndicate has one that they're going to pop in and let us know about. So you can win $5 to Haven or $50 if you want to.
Wait,
so
50?
50.
Not 50?
$50. We love you. So we're giving some cash. These gift cards are sponsored by... I like you a lot. You've become very good
friends. Show
friends.
off what those new gift cards look like, because people are commenting that they look cool.
Okay.
But they couldn't see them very clearly, so I embiggened you.
Boom.
Look at that. Look how awesome that is.
Yep. And because they're sponsored by Jeremy Bernard's real estate group, there's my card.
How many people do you have in your group, Jeremy?
2, I think. I think my wife counts. Me
I
and
would
her.
Your wife
definitely
is a
count
person.
her.
What'd you say?
Yeah. I said your wife is a person.
She does a lot of really cool stuff. My business is significantly better because she has her hands in it. She does a lot of my marketing.
That's what changed. Okay, she took over your market.
Yeah, my business has got way better since she started work.
All right, for those who don't know, me and Jeremy worked together for a couple of years, so I can make that joke.
The only thing I don't like about this episode is we don't have the prize cam on doing prize cam things.
No, but the prize cam's in the she's in the chat doing her thing.
Yeah. I had somebody comment to me the other day that one of the only reasons they watch the show is for the prize cam. And I was like, I can't blame you. I can't blame you. The prize cam is great.
She gives it a lot of personality, man. It's fun.
Without ever saying a word, it's incredible.
I mean, who would have ever thought the star, like the sidekick of the star of the show would be gummy Ghost Riders?
Yeah, right. Gelatinous Feely Ghost Riders.
Yeah, like those things. Those things are a big hit. Ashley loves those things. Whenever they're on, she always giggles a little bit.
They make me laugh. Because I never know when it's coming. It's the Wilson. That's right.
Oh man!
Howdy, neighbor. Wow. Well, so here's the thing with the questions, guys. Because we crowdsource these questions, so if you ask the question, don't answer it. You can't win your own question.
Mm-hmm. It's bad form.
So Alan's not winning anything, right?
We got questions from a lot of people.
Yeah,
I'm sure. But Alan's been writing questions for like a year for this because we came up with this idea like after the 5th or 6th show or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, I don't even think that we had the idea yet. I think he was on and then just was angry at you, so he just started doing it.
It might have been. It really might have been his brainchild, if I think back. But I'm not sure.
Yeah. So we'll give some credit to him. All right. You
I
guys
will
know-
say we had so many people provide questions. I think Alan's only getting one.
Huh.
So we'll do another one where Alan gets to ask you a ton of questions.
All right.
But
Are
I
we only
think
doing
we've
10
only got
tonight?
one in here from Alan
Yeah,
this time.
we're only doing 10.
Okay.
Okay, so you can't walk away with anything. So audience, you got to stay on your toes the
He
entire
can walk
time.
away with pride and integrity.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, he could get those tonight.
And
For the
those
first
awesome
time in his
headphones.
life.
It was awesome. What? Oh, thank you. Hey,
Oh, man.
these were on sale when I got them. Okay, so they are awesome because they were really cheap.
There ain't nothing wrong with that.
Look at this.
Yeah, it's great.
This man holds a no. Here we go. This man holds a grudge. He remembers the question.
I remember that question. It was who's Elvis's favorite superhero? I mean, it's who he modeled his costumes after with the short capes and the flight suits.
All right,
Like,
guys.
I have some crazy Elvis knowledge, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, I'm sure that comes in handy.
Hey, he got
occasionally.
deputized and used to cruise around Memphis with a badge and gun and was trying to stop crime. No kidding, like for real. He actually stopped a gas station from getting robbed. He pulled up in a convertible, hopped out and with a gun and a badge, and like did a karate kick and held the guy at gunpoint till the cops showed up.
Wow, I did not know that or expect it. Wasn't he in the army?
Yes,
Yes.
But that's before he went crazy.
Yes.
No, he was just so he was sitting at his house watching TV. Was really sad because the Beatles and everything had taken over, and on a whim, without any identification, no wallet, no money, no ID, nothing. All he had on him were 2 guns. He got in a cab. He got in a cab. Got a free cab ride to the airport. Got a free flight to Washington D.C. Walked to got a free ride to the White House. Went to the White House unannounced and worked his way into the room with Richard Nixon with 2 guns on him. All in a day.
That was before he went crazy.
That's that one. No, he fell into like this deep depression because he felt irrelevant
Oh,
because
man.
the music had changed. But Elvis was a really tragically sad person. If you really read about him, his later years were so sad for him.
I didn't know any of that. What you just told me is one of the coolest things I've ever heard. All right.
I had a history
Good
teacher.
well of knowledge. Weren't you a history teacher?
Yeah, I was taught high school history for 4 years.
Crazy.
I
Let's
have
talk
two- I
more
have
about that.
2 history degrees I don't use.
Let's start the show. We'll get into more of that, and we'll see where it goes. We'll see how everything works out. Everybody ready? Okay. Question number 1 was submitted by Zach Bringman. Okay, I'm going to make this just a smidge bigger. Actually, I'm just going to do this. 2017's Atomic Blonde, starring Charlize Theron, was based on what graphic novel written by Anthon Johnston? Do you know it?
I do not know that. Not off the top of my head. Give me a second. I haven't read it. Who was the publisher?
Let me figure it out.
You don't have to give me the publisher. Can you use it in a sentence? Origin.
Yeah, country of origin.
Can you spell it?
But it was
Yeah.
not Legally Blonde.
We
So,
do
all
have
right.
a right answer.
Charlize Theron, Atomic Blonde. Oh my gosh. Wait, hold on. Wait. Repeat that question again, for real.
Okay. 2017's Atomic Blonde, starring Charlize Theron. I don't know if I'm saying that right, and I don't care anymore. Was based on what graphic novel written by Anthon Johnston? Let me check and make sure I'm.
That might be Anthony Johnson. 'cause
Yeah.
it's probably just
It is. Yes, it is
Anthony Johnson. Okay. That's an older writer.
And then let me figure
That's
out.
all right. Is it?
If I screwed up because I gave you the wrong name, I'm very sorry.
No, I think it's either Tank Girl or Barbed Wire.
All right, pick one.
I'm gonna go Tank Girl.
All right, it is
Barbed Wire,
Coldest
isn't it?
City.
Oh, okay.
Coldest
That's not what I
City,
thought
and
it
I,
was.
I saw that
Never
up
mind.
here a couple of times.
Never mind.
Yeah.
Let's go find the first one. The
Although
first one.
Tank Girl and Barbed Wire were also popular guesses.
Yeah.
That one actually, I think, was a hard one to start off on.
I've never
That
read
was a hard
Atomic Blonde, and I don't really know who Anthony Johnson is. Like,
It was not Legally Blonde, but that was a
it's a
pretty
name
good
I've
one.
heard.
This comment right here, y'all. Yep.
Hey! I also grew up on a cotton farm, and not a big, my family's like 15th generation Alabama cotton farmers. Well, mostly farm corn and soil now, but whatever.
That
Coldest
is who I saw
City.
first. It is Mr. Lyncharts. Justin, you just won.
That's French. It's Lenshaw.
Justin, you just won $5 to Haven Comics, your favorite store on earth. I'm going to write your name on it because that was a job that I didn't think about. The prize cam usually does. So, but I got this. I can write
Yeah,
names. All right.
How old is Coldest City? When did that come out?
Let me check.
Is that older?
Um,
I've never even heard of that.
To be honest with you, I'd
If you
never
want
heard of
to,
that
just
either. I had
grab
no
a
idea
sheet
it
of
was
paper.
based on a graphic novel.
Thank you.
Like,
Appreciate it.
I remember when Atomic Blonde came out. Like, I remember the movie. I didn't watch it, but like, I know what it is. You know, that's about it.
Well, there were several movies that were all very similar in
Yeah,
subject
Goodreads.
matter and theme that all came out at the same time.
yeah.
Goodreads sucks. Oh, Oni
I saw-
Press
I saw-
2012.
Oh, okay. I saw Species when it first came out, like 20 something years ago. So
Yep.
I've seen like the best, apex predator female movie. It's all right.
I
Nothing
used
wrong
to
with that.
live. I used to live where that alien broke out of. I don't want to talk about it though. Anyway.
What?
Yeah, we'll talk about it later, off air. Okay. Question 2, Josh. I'm gonna hand that over to you.
Question number 2 was submitted to us by Mr. One True Zachary.
Ah,
What
my
was
old
the
nemesis.
name? And what was the name of the 1981 animated buddy drama that was Disney Studios' first animated feature to use CGI? What 1981 animated buddy drama was Disney Studios' first animated feature to use CGI? In 1981.
And the whole movie was animated, right? This is like a cartoon movie, right?
Correct.
That was Disney's first movie to use CGI. Well,
It didn't use it through
I mean,
the whole movie.
okay, I
It
feel like
just used it.
the answer. I think I know what the answer is, but the movie is not animated. Like Jeff Bridges is in the movie, right?
This movie is 100% animated.
Okay, never mind. 'Cause I always thought the answer was Tron. 'Cause that was Disney.
No.
Like, that was highly
The
CGI.
first live action movie where they did CGI was The Black Hole, actually.
Right. So this is just the first animated movie to use CGI, then.
At least for Disney.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. And it's a buddy movie, right?
In its own way. It's a tough one. I would not have thought it.
Animated buddy feature.
They're trying to get you. You found yourself in the hot seat.
This is a good question. I like this question, even though I don't know. See, this is one I like because this is like the random kind of crap I would usually know. Disney.
While you're
True
thinking,
compliment.
it's Comics and Death Metal's birthday today. Happy birthday, Ryan.
You made it another year. You're alive. Congrats on that.
Also, we got Jason Edmonds in the house.
Good to see you.
Just start
81.
talk through some of those late 70s, early 80s Disney cartoons, and let's work your way through it.
Well, see, the problem is like some of those like I don't know, man. Like Robin Hood came out in like the 70s or early 80s. All those like ones with
Got himself.
I feel like that Robin Hood movie came out in like 77 or something.
It did.
Yeah, because they had like what's that guy's name? The country musician. Played the rooster.
Yep.
I don't know. I give up.
You probably had the Turn the Page book for this movie when you were a kid. I know that. I had it.
Not Teddy Ruxpin, I know that.
No.
I don't know. He got me on this one.
We do have a lot of right answers. So the first one I see is...
Let me scroll up.
Is it Fox and the Hound or something like that? Because I feel like that's older than 81.
Is that your final answer?
Sure, Fox and the Hound.
You got it.
That's correct.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's it. That's the
See, I
first
want to
one
say
see.
that, but for some reason I thought that was like way older than 81.
You were held
No.
back by your fear.
I
No,
was.
not at all.
You're right. You're 100% right. Because I was thinking that came out in like 73 or something like. I don't know why that.
No. That came out way after.
Well,
that
unlike
was
you, Josh, I wasn't alive back then, so I don't have that memory.
Josh, do you see anything before Justin's answer?
I'm still trying to get to it. Jared's in
What
the
was
house.
the CGI in that?
Todd said, and I don't remember. I think it was the big big scene at the end where they were out on the log and the lightning and all that stuff. When you're the best of friends, and with so much time together.
All right.
That was a
That's
really
the
good
first one
question.
I
That was a
see.
great question. I like that question. Was that a Bill question or was that your own design, Zachary?
Ooh, yeah, good question.
Totes. I'll start calling you Totes. Just probably.
Totes my goats.
Well,
Question 3 comes from our good friends at the... Hold on. The Blurred Syndicate. We got Adam.
That
Boom.
was a Tots original. And also, we got Panda in the house. Panda, good to see you.
All right, Wyatt. Good to see you. Good to have you on.
hello,
First of all, Wyatt, thank you for helping to hold down the fort last week while I was out and for keeping this man on the rails.
Wyatt has been the best guest host we've had yet.
Oh,
because-
I'm Alan Breedlove is going to come over there. Nate
Oh,
Saint
man.
in the house, man. We got a crowd tonight. Everybody is on board.
I love you, Alan. I promise.
Wyatt, how are you?
BS in the house.
It was fun, man. It was. I'm good. I had a great time.
Just
Jeremy
be
didn't really
drinking.
need. Jeremy didn't
Oh,
need
shit.
any help. So
He needs
But,
help.
no, he had it all covered. So it was just fun, just being able to hang out.
It was a great time. I agree. So you said last time or the time before that you were considering a anime subscription service gift card.
Yes. So what I'll have to do, I have to get up with whoever to try to get the person's information because it's sent via email. But we are. I'm gonna go ahead and sponsor a Crunchyroll subscription, so that everybody can enjoy anime. Since my question is an anime one, but it's not a bad one. Jeremy made sure that
I
didn't
have
go
faith.
too deep down the rabbit hole from that point.
So, for those of us who are ignorant like myself, what is a crunchy roll? I mean, that sounds like sushi. So, what are we talking here?
So that's what it's supposed to sound like, since it's Japanese and anyways, it's just like Netflix, but it's just anime, and exactly what I just said, Netflix but anime.
Got
So-
you.
So yeah, it's really really fun. It's got like a library out this world, so you can be able to dive into it and take a look.
Very cool. Well, take it away whenever you're ready.
Josh, I'm gonna get
Gentle.
you 1 month just
Be gentle.
for you, so you can just try something, just anything.
Josh, just
Yeah.
watch the one I watched, Evangelion, Neon Genesis. It's pretty. I like that one. I think you'd like the lore behind that. It's I don't know. I just like that.
I think Akira is.
That's a movie.
Straight up. Akira is a comic book on screen.
Yeah, but I feel like if you're gonna actually give anime a chance, you need to watch a series or something that's episodic. Because I mean, if you're gonna give it a chance, you need to actually have something that's got room to breathe and something that can really like get you. And I that one's only 30 episodes or something. I can't remember. It wasn't crazy long, but it's not overly complex. There's not too much going on. There's not a lot of those intense 30-second frames of someone grunting. It's just the story has progressed, so it's I like it.
Yeah, I mean, just anything, man. It's one of those things where if you just take a second, enjoy it. You'll be like, okay, well, I want to see what happens next, because it's just another medium to be able to have good storytelling. That's what I always say.
Yeah, it's a medium.
Absolutely.
You can have a sandwich that has grapes on it and think that you hate sandwiches, or you can have a po' boy. I mean, it's a medium. So,
I mean, not everybody likes comic books.
Hang on, I've got a challenge that I like here.
That's not me.
I know that's not
We've
you.
got
but
HR
I dig it.
we've got HR in the house, everybody. So
Snake Eyes, Josh. I don't know if that's a fair trade. Like you have to what, a comic book? How much anime are you gonna have to watch?
If you can read more than 8 comic book, I'll hook her up with all the cool books from G.I. Joe.
What, all 3 of them?
I'm about to come through this screen and whoop you, boy.
Oh,
I mean, for being honest, the only one that's really cool is right over your shoulder. But
Yeah, I mean, that is awesome.
No,
but
I'm kidding.
26 and 27, you get into the origin of Snake Eyes. Number 91, 92, 93 was amazing.
no,
Come
I agree.
on, man.
I haven't read a whole lot of G.I. Joe, but I do realize that it was ahead of its time and that it really did kind of had its own little. It kind of sparked its own little subgenre there for a while.
Hey, Josh,
It was
quick
pretty
question.
popular.
Did you watch the Snake Eyes origin story that came out in the movies? No?
No.
Okay, you didn't miss anything. I'm not a GI. I'm not a big GI Joe fan myself, but I was so angry and upset. Snake Eyes was talking the whole time. I was just like,
What?
Yeah.
No,
Like-
no, that is wrong. No.
Yeah,
I
no,
do not allow it.
yeah. A lot of people were upset about that when they found out he was going to talk.
Yeah, he talked the whole time.
But Josh, you do acknowledge that at one point that man could talk, even in the comics, right?
He could, but he never said a word. Well, he couldn't talk in the comics when it started.
Yeah, but
When the
no, you
comic
know what I
started,
mean.
he
You
couldn't
know
talk.
what I mean. You know what I mean. At one point in that character's history, fictional history, he could talk.
Yes, prior
Okay.
to the accident in the helicopter, he could talk.
Okay.
Spoiler. I haven't seen the movie.
I will bet
Probably
money
not in the
that's
movie.
not how it
Yeah,
happens in the movie, though.
Oh, he talks all the way through the end.
Yeah, but he doesn't lose his voice in a helicopter accident, I bet, does he?
Yeah. We have hit a G.I. Joe tangent. We're going to circle back to a question. I'm going to go ahead and pull this video out right here to remind everyone. All right, Wyatt.
Okay, it's a really easy one. So I tried.
Oh.
Not to,
Thank you.
also
You're ready to
known-
be embarrassed.
Yeah, also known as Pocket Monsters, what video game / trading card franchise has currently made over 1,000 episodes?
Oh my god.
Pocket monsters, you say?
Pocket Monsters.
That sounds like something we shouldn't talk about on a PG-13
What
show.
could it be?
We have a ton of correct answers.
Yeah, I mean, I'm 99% sure I know what it is.
Well, go for
All
it.
right.
It's Digimon, right? I'm kidding. Pokemon.
It's the other Mon.
Tamagotchi. Yeah.
Okay,
It triggered a few flashbacks there for a minute because like I worked in a comic book shop when I was 16. Like the summer Pokemon cards really blew up here back in the 90s, and it was insane. And the way people bought them were it was even like more insane. Like we'd have 50 sets of parents coming in there buying them 2 packs at a time. They'd walk 5 feet away, open the packs, get back in line, come back and buy 2 more packs.
It's a drug.
I'm like,
It's a drug. It's like gambling.
just buy 10 packs and leave. Don't keep.
Yeah.
Oh my god! And,
Just buy a box.
I'd never seen anything like it. It was unreal. Then, like at noon, when the Magic Kids showed up, all the Pokemon parents would take their kids and flee.
All right. So who
True
won
story.
this one?
I think Team YouTube is going to be very upset, but it looks like Team Facebook was the first one with the correct answer.
What?
That's the first correct answer I see is
All right.
Grace, congratulations.
Watching Pokemon.
Grace will we'll kind of get up. I'll send you a message so that I can email you. It's a virtual gift card. So
And thank you, Wyatt. That was an easy one. I appreciate it.
man, listen, I didn't want to be too bad on you. I know you were like, especially when you're like, oh man, it's horrible. I'm not good at anime. I was like, oh, he's got this one. He's got this.
I don't look. I don't hate anime. It's just most anime I've watched is not for me, and that's cool.
Yeah, I have arguments constantly about how I don't like Dragon Ball Z, but it's okay. You know what I mean? So yeah, you do an awesome job with the questions. So
I appreciate
kudos
it.
to you. And yes, it is.
Yeah,
And then-
Pokemon's just a monster. Like literally, it just whew, it's crazy. It's crazy what people pay for sealed boxes of that first edition stuff. I mean, 6 figures.
Wow.
Yeah, no, it's
speaking of
unbelievable.
crazy prices on things. How much did that Amazing
Oh.
Fantasy 15 go for recently?
$3.6 million.
million?
And there's an 8.0 Batman one, and I don't know if it ended or not, but it was at 1.4. This year there will have been 5 comic books sell for over $1 million. And it wasn't that long ago where I think there was only like 7 total that had ever sold for $1 million, and 3 of those were the same book just being resold.
Wow.
Or something like that. I can't remember exactly, but like it's come, and like the Spider-Man one's a really big deal though because it's a Silver Age book, and it's a book that there are like a lot of copies out there. You know, when Superman, when Action 1 sold for 3.5 million, you know, I think there's like 60, 70 copies of that on the census, and like less than 100 known copies in the world. But there's 2,500 copies of Amazing Fantasy 15 on the census, and those are just the graded copies. So it stands to reason there's probably at least another 500 or 600 out there. And that book went for $3 million. And I mean, I get that it's an exceptional grade. It's one of 2, but like that trickle down effect's going to be real for people holding those, like for real.
Yeah, TMNT
Man, they're already
set a big record too.
Yeah, that one sold for $250,000 for a 9.8. And there's like, I think there's 25 or 30 9.8s out there. But the people who have them are not letting those go. The people who have that are like stupid, ravenous Ninja Turtle fans. Like, you know, those fans are true. Like,
So you sent me something earlier today. Somebody just bought some original art.
oh,
Tell people about that.
It was one of the first questions on the show. Actually, it's like, what's the greatest selling comic book of all time? It was the Jim Lee, Chris Claremont, Chris Claremont wrote that, right? New X-Men #1.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, he wrote like the first 3 or something, and it was the gatefold art. So there was 4 covers, individual covers of the X-Men. And if you've ever been in a comic book shop in the last 30 years, you have seen this picture. It sold 8.2 million copies.
Can you say good night?
Good night, Rowan.
Good night.
Good night, Rowan.
Good night, baby prize cam.
Good night.
All right. Don't take all those gift cards.
And there's a new star of the show.
No doubt.
Hey Wyatt, we're gonna let you go. We really appreciate your We really appreciate your contribution. Thank you so much for being a great part of the show. We're going to move on, and we will get you Grace's email and contact info soon.
All right. I'm going to be like Team Rocket. I'm blasted off. So have a great night.
Have a good night, man.
Good to see you, Wyatt.
man.
You have a good one,
Thanks,
sir.
Thanks, Wyatt.
Wyatt
Yeah,
is the man. I love that dude.
I like him too.
All right. Sorry, I got distracted.
No, you're fine.
Look at it.
That art sold for $5.1 million. Nicolas Cage bought it. All people. But it's so iconic. I mean, it's not like my favorite art of all time.
When, where, why?
I'm just curious how long he can hold on to it before he has to sell it.
Oh, man.
I need to pay my taxes. I
That's
have
why
to
I
do
made-
that still.
That's why I made like 5 movies a year there for a while.
All right, so question 4. Josh, this one feels like it would be special to you. Why don't you take it?
Also,
Oh, that was
because-
fake news? That wasn't real? Like, I just saw the headline right before we came on. Like I knew that Torpedo Comics was accepting what were those like I can't say it. Why was the word escaping me? Anonymous offers. So, and Jim Lee was putting it up. So I don't know. It was highly publicized.
Was there a treasure map on the back? Yeah, but
I
you have
don't
to get
know,
lemon
man.
juice and a hair dryer to find it.
5 million would be ridiculous. I thought that when I saw that number, I was blown away. I was like, shh. I thought that number was way over his top. I don't know.
All right.
I have no,
All right. Question number 4. For a gift card. Shockingly.
For a $10 gift card to Haven Comics, the
Bum,
best
bum,
comic book
bum.
store in the entire world ever. The universe in history.
Oh, wow. That escalated quickly. All right. Think back a little ways to the Alpha Quadrant,
oh.
or possibly the Gamma Quadrant. In Star Trek, this is submitted by my wife, by the way.
Oh, I hope this is not a classic question.
In Star Trek Deep Space Nine,
Oh, thank you.
at least one actor played 2 characters. In the show's final season, both of those characters appeared in the same episode at least once. Can you name one of the 2 characters?
Just the character, not the actor, right?
Correct. If you can get the actor too, then great for you. But yeah, one actor played 2 characters, and both of those characters appeared in the same episode.
This
At
was like
least
this
one.
was like a series regular, right? One of the characters, at least one of the characters were like in the series for like some a period of time.
Well, he plays. There's multiple characters that are played by this actor, and both of those characters appear fairly regularly. One of them more so than the other. Neither of them are one of the series regulars that the
All right.
story revolves around. No.
I think one of them's the guy who's always in Quark's bar who never speaks, but they're always talking to him. I can't think of his name.
Do we have a right answer in the comments here?
I love Deep Space
I
Nine.
don't think we
Like,
do yet.
Hang on, I'm laughing about this because that's a funny comment.
DS9 is definitely my favorite Trek.
Let me see if we have a right answer.
I don't think we do.
I
We're
haven't seen
close
one
with
yet.
this one. No. So your wife submitted a real stumper.
Would it help if I give you their species?
Yeah, probably.
Well, they're not human.
I figured that. There's very few humans.
We do have somebody who has an answer that I would be willing to give its correct answer, and now I see a correct answer has shown up. One is a Ferengi, and one is a Vorta.
Well, it has to be Quark or holy crap! What's his son? What's his brother's name? nephew's Nog. Let's go Quark. I'm trying to think. And what was the other species?
Vorta.
Vorta.
Same actor played a Ferengi and a Vorta. And in one episode, toward the end, appeared in the episode as both characters.
So we're looking for name at least one of
Quark.
the two characters.
I go with Quark.
I want to figure how to do this because the actor's name was provided by Christine, and I saw that up there.
Mm-hmm.
And then the first character name I saw was by Jeffrey.
So was it Quark?
But I feel like Christine should probably get it. If let's make a note that we'll give Christine a gift card as well because she earned one. But
Okay.
Jeffrey gets one for having the right answer too.
A gift card for Jeffrey Middleton and
Christine.
Christine.
So was it Quark or was it Nog or
No.
was it his brother?
The Vorta is who you see the most often. The guy who is the second to the founders.
Oh,
His name was Wei Yun.
was that? Oh, okay. You know, Iggy
And
Pop
then
played one of those
the
guys.
other Ferengi, the one who's always giving Quark and Rom heartburn, not the Grand Nagus, but Brunt.
Yeah, Brunt. Okay, yeah. I remember
So
that
the
guy
same
now.
actor, Jeffrey Combs, played Brunt, the Ferengi, and played Wei Yun, the Vorta.
I hated Wei Yun. That guy was annoying.
Oh, everybody hated Wei Yun. You were
okay.
supposed to.
But man, when
But
I
Iggy
thought
Pop
Ferengi was a dude. I thought that
how
was a
how
character.
random is Iggy Pop being a Vorta? Like,
Oh yeah, for sure.
like I remember watching it thinking that guy looks like Iggy Pop. It was Iggy Pop, and I was like, oh, okay.
All right, so moving on to question 5. It is submitted by Jay Thornton.
No,
So-
Jeffrey Combs did not play Quark as well. No.
I highly, highly recommend Deep Space Nine. Even if you don't like Star Trek, it's a different kind of Star Trek. It's not.
A very different kind
It's
of Star
not.
Trek.
They're not lost in space. It is just. It's kind of like Casablanca as a series in space, and it is amazing. And
I hadn't thought of that as a reference point, but you're right.
that's exactly what it. Yeah,
it's awesome.
and it's wrapped in just this crazy drama. Anyways, but, Avery, what's his name? Cisco, James Avery, James.
I don't remember his name, but yeah,
That
Cisco.
guy, yeah, he's phenomenal. I love that guy. But anyways, I can talk about DS9 all night. Continue, sorry.
It's a phenomenal show. I just watched the whole series for the first time and I loved it.
I need to rewatch it. I haven't watched it in like 5 or 6 years.
You guys need a podcast. That's what you need. I think you guys would be great at a podcast where you could just get it all out. Let people know how you feel about Deep Space Nine.
Jeremy, you'd really
okay.
like it.
We got a comment here from her. Battlestar Galactica was better. That's interesting. I thought its
we will
contemporary
spend
was
like
more
8
Babylon
hours on
5.
that.
I thought
Right.
Babylon 5 was more of a contemporary to Deep Space Nine.
Yes.
It also revolved around a space station out in the middle of nowhere, but Deep Space Nine and Babylon 5 were very different animals. Babylon 5 was interesting.
So I didn't like Battlestar, and I love Dean Stockwell. And I love Eddie James, but I could not get into BSG. I tried so hard, I just couldn't do it.
Did you know question 5 is submitted by Jay Thornton? Okay, so for 10 super fat Haven Comics dollars, who is the only actor to have been killed on screen by a Terminator, an Alien, and a Predator?
Oh, I know that one. I've asked that question on the show before.
Have
And
you?
there are actually 2. There's not one.
Oh, right on. Give us one, audience. And
I'll give you
I'm
the
dying to know who the other one is.
I'll give you the answer that's
You
not
got it
supplied.
here.
And the answer that's not supplied is I can never remember. Is his last name Hendricks or Hendrickson? Lance Hendrickson. Been like a million
Lance
movies. You know him.
Hendrickson, yeah.
Yeah, Hendrickson. He played Bishop in Alien, the synthetic android, and he played the other one's Bill Paxton though.
Yeah,
I mean,
and we got Paxton right away.
That's a really yeah. I was actually it's funny. I actually talked about that right before the show with Lane Fox. Like literally, probably like 20 minutes before it came on. We talked about that. Wait a minute.
We have a dark horse third answer that I'm sure is true, even though no one's ever seen it.
Well,
wait. Sorry, here it is.
Oh,
because Sean Bean's been killed by everyone. That's phenomenal.
So, Hendrickson and Paxton were in a great horror movie in the 80s. If you haven't seen it, called Near Dark. It's a vampire movie, but it's different than other vampire movies. And Bill Paxton's vampire in that movie was the one of the bassists for Cassidy in Preacher. Looks the part too, like leather jacket, sunglasses, kind of like greasy, shaggy hair, and just full of piss and vinegar attitude, real cocky. But Bill Paxton's playing an American and Cassidy's Irish. But like that, I love that movie. That movie's great. Man, that's a good movie to watch around Halloween.
One True Zachary is the first one that I see. Josh, do you see anybody before him?
Let me scroll up. I see Comics and Death Metal before him.
Do you? Where is it?
Oh, I see. He spelled it wrong, but there it is.
So
you're right. One True Zachary is first.
Yeah, okay. And then Comics and Death Metal came after, and then One True Zachary corrected his spelling.
Correct. And it's a shame Comics and Death Metal was not first, because he usually gets the Canadian question, and this was question number 5. Which is traditionally the Canadian question. So he was right there at the bar in New Orleans, and Todd stole it away from him on his birthday. I mean, what a horrible human being. Oh, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy.
All right, so on question 6, guys, we are still on $10 to Haven Comics. Moving our way up. This one... It looks like it's submitted by Alan Breedlove. Josh, take it away.
Pretty much guaranteed you're going to know this one.
Oh, Alan, you shouldn't have.
Golden Age Flash, Jay Garrick, made his first appearance in Flash Comics #1, January 1940.
Hawkman?
How did he gain his speed powers?
Do you want the whole story, or do you just want like the 2 words that probably matter? Hard water?
Well, so you have to give people a chance to answer.
Man, nobody knows that. Here, you want me to show you the page? I have it right here.
Love this.
It looks like... So we're about 15 seconds behind. It looks like that would have gone to Justin. Do you agree with that?
For Hard Ice?
All right,
well, so he said hard ice, and then almost immediately said hard water, breathing it in.
Yeah, it was he was like conducting a laboratory experiment. Like he breathed in the fumes. It was like hard water is what they called it. And apparently, Flash is like the accelerated man from was it H.G. Wells? Who wrote that? I can't remember.
Hard water is a real thing. Like this to me, this sounds like the dumbest origin story ever. Yeah, it's like
makes washing your clothes difficult.
All right, now I'm troubled. I lost something. I don't know where it is.
Oh, there you go. That's oh, that's awesome.
So, do you want to go ahead and give that to Justin?
Yeah.
Okay. I know we kind of said it right before, but I'm okay with it.
See, I thought he was going to ask what other Golden Age character made their debut in that comic, and that would have been Hawkman.
But you have it right there, right?
I'm supposed to. I don't know. I have like a handful of the old DC Archive collection, like the Golden Age. I thought I have the first 2 Flash volumes around here somewhere. They're just not on my bookshelf. I thought they were right there, and they're not. That's all right. I lose things all the time, so it's fine.
You'll find it.
Maybe.
It's not lost. You just don't know where it is.
Yeah, we have another friend who is hopefully just lost a few things.
All right.
Yeah,
Question.
I saw Two Brothers Comics was asking that question earlier in the chat.
About
Although I like this better. Hard water vapors. I have the vapors. Jay Garrick is Southern.
This one.
Hang on, what?
Huh?
Oh, do I have the fan blowing on me again?
I might have talked about this before, maybe. This one is from me. So, released in 1995 as a draw-your-own cover variant, what was the first known and intentional comic book sketch cover variant? First one where they produced it and said, here, you idiots, buy this comic book with just a blank cover. We don't even want to put any work into it. Just take it as it is. So, if you can tell me... Huh?
I mean, I have an answer, but it didn't come out in 1995.
So there are a couple of answers that could fit.
Like 0 Hour number 0 is a total white blank cover. It's got like a trade dress on there, but like and that's the one I want to say. Yeah, 0 Hour because I actually have handy dandy right here. This is one of my babies.
But 0 Hour is
wait
not
a minute.
the right
Why
answer.
is that one of your babies? Who drew all these things?
Oh no. Do you see this right here or this logo right here?
Yeah.
So this only came in Toys R Us retail packs, and they're notoriously hard to get in high grade. I'm pretty sure this is the only one of these that's ever been sent in for a 9.8. And what this doesn't tell you is this is actually the first appearance of Jack Knight, who was James Robinson's Starman. He appears in like 5 or 6 panels when Ted, his father, hands over the gravity rod to his brother Dave. And then Davey dies in the very next issue, and Jack becomes Starman. This is his first appearance. And this is
Does it say that on the front? Did they acknowledge that?
No, they don't acknowledge that, but it just is because Starman number 0 came out the month after this. And since this has this logo right here, this is the rarest printing of it. So this is people who love Starman. This is incredibly hard to find.
That sounds amazing, especially that's the only one that was graded like that.
Well, it's just people. There aren't a lot of them out there, and those things came in sealed packs. So the ones that are out there, there's a greater risk of them being damaged somehow or having indentions in them. And it's also just not like a crazy popular comic, so people aren't really sending those in to get graded. There's like, there's probably like 10 total 9.8s, but I'm pretty sure that's the only ones anyone's sent in that has the 0 Hour logo there instead of a barcode, because the 0 Hour logo was exclusive to the Toys R Us packs.
So that is a good answer, and it makes sense. But so generic comic book came out in 1983. It didn't have any art on the cover, so some people would count that. But it's still just the typical like 70-pound, regular cover, right?
Yeah.
And then Wasteland number 6 came out in 1988. It didn't have any cover art, but it still wasn't a sketch cover. It just didn't have any art, right? And then 0 Hour, that was part of their countdown campaign where every single one was getting
reality was existing.
Mm-hmm.
Reality
but it was actually Gen 13.
Oh,
they did a 13 cover campaign.
I remember that.
Right?
I do remember it.
And it actually said on it, draw your own cover. It was the first time where they're like, hey, you're stupid enough to just buy this extra one.
That's a good question.
Yeah. So
see, Jeremy, you told me you can't write trivia questions. That was a really good question.
Hey, I know like 4 things, and now I only know 3 left. So
before you die, you're going to watch all 3 Indiana Jones movies. Do you hear me? You're going to watch them
in their entirety.
Who's going to punish me? Am I going to be in jail?
I'll sit on you.
Jeremy, you don't.
So that was Justin that won that. Oh, man. Okay, I hear you guys. I know. I watched Crystal Skull in theaters, so that was
what? You watched what?
Crystal Skull.
What is that?
The best Indiana Jones movie.
Never even heard of it.
Yeah,
I was
it's
talking about.
Indiana Jones. Are you guys screwing with me? Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull with aliens
Aliens.
with Shia LaBeouf.
No, Indy fights Nazis.
Indiana Jones,
Nazis.
Crystal.
Yeah,
Nazis.
Indy fights Nazis, and sometimes Indian culture.
Yeah. Kingdom of
Right.
the Crystal Skull. I didn't make that up.
I don't know what
I'm
you're talking
crazy,
about.
but I'm not that crazy.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Question 8.
Did you watch an Alan Quartermain movie? Maybe.
What are we talking
That's
about?
the crap Alan Quartermain would do. He's like the poor man's Indy.
Hey, Google it. Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. That's real. Hey, I'm not on Shutter Island. I saw that. I remember it.
Travis agrees there's only 3.
Oh,
I mean, I didn't
okay.
like earlier.
I agree.
Earlier, I didn't stutter when I said you're going to watch all 3 Indiana Jones movies. Like, I said what I said.
All right. I'll think of an equally unpleasant thing for you guys to do.
By the way, I do actually love Alan Quartermain. I didn't mean that. Alan Quartermain's a great character.
Alan Quartermain is a great character. I have to give you that.
Okay, so we are moving into big money, $20. That is the best number of dollars that we have given away to this point. If you want to win that, we're on to question 8. Josh, if you want to take it away.
Question 8. Alan Breedlove did manage to squeak in 2 questions here.
Oh,
In the cult classic movie Boondock Saints, FBI agent Paul Smicker was given 2 theories as to who the killer was when he showed up on screen. One was huge guy theory, and the other one was what?
God, man.
This is a drill down question.
I've
might
seen.
be
Like,
cheating
I
just a little bit.
have not seen that movie in probably at least 10 years. God, I love it though. I need to watch it again. Apparently, no, I remember the scene. I'm trying to think how it all went down because he's breaking it down and somebody's dropping an Uzi. I remember that.
It says flyer.
Maybe they fell. They fell through like this. I can't remember. They're on a rope. That's all I remember. I
That's
don't
what
know.
actually happened.
Yeah, I can't remember
What's the
what the theory was. Was the theory like? I don't know. I
One
can't
was
remember.
huge guy theory,
Yeah, I kind of remember that one. I don't know
and the
answer.
other one
I'm not gonna get
was
this one.
what? Brilliant.
2 huge
So now
eyes.
we got a huge guy theory and a blank
Oh.
theory.
2
top
huge
notch.
guys. Okay.
No, it wasn't 2 huge guys.
Two
If
little
nobody's got
guys. I don't know.
If nobody's got it,
It was 4 little guys in a trench coat.
Oh, okay. I don't remember that, but
I'm totally joking.
okay. I was about to say, I was like, I just don't know.
So far, nobody knows.
yeah. I think we just call it because if nobody knows, it's one that you either know or you don't.
I thought you
And
were serious.
if
You said 4 little guys on the coat. I was like, oh, okay, well.
If you're Googling it right now, it is not the shooting scene. That's true. If you're Googling it right now, you're cheating. You bunch of
I just
cheaters.
remember Willem Dafoe screaming, and there was a firefight.
That's at the end.
Yeah, that's great. That is like, man.
Sometimes my wife just yells at
we got a correct answer here.
Yeah, let's give it to him. Good job.
Well, who
Thank you.
did you see?
The very first person that I see is Kim.
That's the only one I saw.
What's the
Okay.
answer?
Serial crusher.
Serial crusher.
So we got a huge guy theory and a serial crusher theory. Top notch.
Oh man. So, can you imagine it being your first day of work? You show up you're an FBI agent, you're a cop, whatever. It's your first day, and then that guy is there on the scene. That guy just running around, conducting his own fake, orchestra, screaming about anything. I mean, anything that guy says is insane. I'd quit.
If Willem Dafoe ever walked up to me being Willem Dafoe, I'd probably just walk away. That dude's freaky.
I'd quit. I'd be like, you know what? You just walked into the wrong comic book store. I'm leaving. I don't work at Haven. I don't work as a realtor. I don't do anything. Get out.
The
Right.
only scene from that movie I really remember really well is the one where they shoot the cat.
It's a bad one. So, all
It's
right.
bad, but it's hilarious at the same when they do it.
Question 8 went to Kim.
Yep.
Writing these all down. Okay. All right. Question 9. I think that falls on me. This is my responsibility
Speaking
here.
of Kim,
Yes, this one was submitted by Kim Middleton. And guys, you are playing for 20 American dollars at Haven Comics. So, to win in the Harry Potter book series, the books, not the movies, who briefly replaces Professor Trelawney as the divination teacher at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry?
I've never read the book, so I have no idea. And
That's
that sounds
fair.
like, well, I mean, the way it's structured, the way the question structure tells me that like this is not an answer you're going to have from watching the movies. And I've only ever watched the film, so I have no idea.
He is in the movies,
He is in the
But-
movies.
but
Who was the teacher they replaced?
Professor
Trelawney.
Trelawney, who was,
Yeah.
if I remember correctly, played by, oh God, what's her name? She's in everything.
And what was the class? What class was it?
Divination.
Divination.
So that's like divination. What do they do in divination class?
Divine.
I didn't go.
I mean, do they clone things? I don't know.
Not dividing things.
I know it's a joke.
I will say, if you give us the species of the character, I think that would suffice.
Oh, I
We
mean,
do.
I guess
we
if
do
it's
have
a
the-
goblin.
It's not human.
Well,
Divination is the practice of seeking knowledge of the future or the unknown by supernatural means. I think in the movie she was like staring at a crystal ball, right? Is that
Yeah,
what we're talking about?
I don't know why her name is escaping me, the actress, because she is in Emma Thompson. Duh. She's
Oh,
the
is that
one who
Emma
plays
Thompson?
Professor.
she's in that movie.
Professor
Dang, she's in
Trauma.
it for like 30 seconds.
Well, she's got her goofy hair and her crazy eyes, and she's
No,
all
I
like,
remember her.
"Oh."
She's like the crazy hippie lady.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she was cool.
Yeah.
All right, if we're gonna give it just based on species
Snape.
or whatever, not Snape.
Oh, you
That's
said
a
it's
good
not
answer?
human. You said it's
He's
not a human.
human.
Never mind. He's human. Never mind. I don't know any of the non-human names. Like I know
You know,
Warwick Davis
species.
played like
Let's talk species.
the Goblin. I know there's a
Mhm.
goblin in the house somewhere. Hagrid. Hagrid's
Goblins are at the
technically like
banks.
No.
Is Hagrid the giant?
There was a goblin at the banquets in Hogwarts. I know that. I know I've seen goblins there. I know I've seen a goblin at Hogwarts. In the
Oh,
movies, mind you, not in the books.
This is my favorite.
Yeah.
The Dementor's going to teach divination. I love it.
We're getting
Talk
a
about
lot.
bringing the teacher chocolate.
We are causing a lot of stress right now.
I have no
a
idea.
lot.
Oh yeah, man, Harry Potter fans are rabid.
And then,
Well,
so
hey,
we're-
you really went piss off the Harry Potter fans. It's just a ripoff of Neil Gaiman's Book of Magic. I said it.
I've never read that either.
Well,
I always
let me
thought
tell- let me tell you a quick story about that. That's about a little orphan boy who's destined to become the greatest wizard of all time. And after it's determined that he's able to live, he gets a pet owl and goes to a wizarding school. He also has a little scar on his head and wears glasses.
Yeah, okay, I'll give it to you.
And that
That
only
was the
came out
thing.
like 7 years before Harry Potter did. And it was by Neil Gaiman. Like one of the Books of Magic was big, man. It's a huge
Wow.
book for a while.
It was
How
a
have I
great
never
Vertigo
heard
book.
that?
Huh?
How have I never heard that before?
Mm. Neil Gaiman has openly acknowledged it and said he doesn't care because he says, I'm not the first person to write about magic. Just like, I mean, there's a million stories out there about wizards and elves and stuff. Like it. Harry Potter is pretty original. I'm just busting balls right now. I don't really think Harry Potter's a big ripoff. Like it shares a
Okay.
lot of premises, but it's a really deep lore. So, and that's what people love.
I'm not seeing the name, so
I am.
think
We've got the right answer. It's been up there
the
for a
name,
while.
like the actual name.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
well then give it to him. Oh, there you go.
The Centaur.
Oh, okay. I didn't know it was a teacher.
well, just very briefly, filled in when the other teacher went, woohoo.
Yeah, and apparently he's supposed to be like real sexy, dreamy, or whatever. But in the movies, like, I don't know, he doesn't do anything for me.
Well, maybe
moving my
you're not the
heartstrings.
right audience.
Wasn't he also like heavily CGI in the movies? Like, wasn't he like all CGI?
Yeah,
Pretty
they
much.
should have used a real centaur.
Right?
Discrimination in Hollywood.
Yep, definitely should have used a real centaur. Now, Alan Breedlove did have the correct species
Yeah.
way up there. So
But I mean, the name trumps the species for me. The question is, what
I
is
agree.
the name?
I agree.
All right, guys, we've hit the end of the road. So
That was a great question for Harry Potter fans, I'm sure.
To the end of the road.
See, that's
I
the kind of
think-
question I wish I could come up with when we have a Harry Potter fan on here, but there's no way I could because I don't know Harry Potter stuff from the books.
you
Well,
should
I'm
read
just
them.
going to go out on a
Just
limb
to
here
torture
and
people.
think that we should get Christine to help ask those questions because she clearly knows her Harry Potter.
Yeah, I mean, we
Kim-
have talked about getting like
Kim asked
Kay
this
Lisa to do like
Kim,
D&D questions.
Kim does too, yeah. But tap
Yeah.
those resources and get some of these people to help us with some questions.
But then they couldn't win it.
That's
So it's a
like
bummer.
that's the thing I hate the most is like when they're like, oh, this person's really into this subject or this genre, and I'm like, well, I'll see what I can do, but I don't really know what's considered hard or I don't know. I just don't know what to ask sometimes for people.
No.
Well,
I
it
hear
is
you.
difficult. It is difficult. So, speaking of asking tough questions, I thought I would ask a question at the end.
I think our video applies, and I miss it.
Oh, I think it does. Yeah. Love that video.
I do like that video. That was a good video. That was
Spend all week waiting for it.
reminds me of happier times.
All right, guys,
Right?
we're playing for $50. That is the best number of dollars in the universe.
So I get to play for this one, right?
Uh,
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Look at this. Look at this.
I mean,
She'd make a themed prize.
we've
if she's
talked
right
about
in the
doing a
question.
theme show. Like if we get someone on here who's like just a really big expert in one particular thing, just have all the questions be about that. But we also just don't know how the audience would respond to that. We couldn't do it all the time, obviously.
yeah.
Just don't want to like bore people with 10 questions about something they're not into.
Yep, that's true. All right, so this last one, I'm figuring probably a softball for you.
Okay.
Like a.
Roy Thomas.
Well, one of your audios just went insane.
Whose?
I don't know. I can't tell. Hold on.
Okay.
Josh, it's yours. Your audio just went nuts.
Did it? Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. Let's struggle through it.
Okay, because that sounds fine to me. Very weird. Everybody's tuning in. It's Josh. It's Josh.
You
Can
better
everybody hear me? Because
Yeah.
if not, we'll just
Yeah, we
have
hear you.
Jeremy ask this
It's
question.
not fine now to me.
Okay. All right. This is softball for you. What comic book character who rapidly rose to prominence made their first appearance in All-Star Comics #8, which is a challenging book to sell because this new character does not appear on the cover.
One
Let's
sold
wait for an
yesterday.
audience question first, or an audience answer.
I watched one of those sell yesterday, 5.0.
Really?
How much did it go for?
I remember thinking it went kind of cheap considering. I want to say I think it only. I can't really remember honestly. I want to say that was for like 170,000, and I feel like that's a book that should be way up there because it's of whose first appearance it is. But it unfortunately does not get the esteem of the other two of the of the big trio.
Does not.
We
I'm
do
seeing
have a
lots of
right
right
answer.
answers here.
Yeah,
So
that was softball. I appreciate the softball.
I wanted to make sure you closed out feeling good about yourself.
Wonder Woman.
Sorry,
Actually,
what was that?
it was Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Was Wonder Woman. That's the first one I see, and then I don't see another right one for a minute. Josh,
Did that
check me if I'm wrong before I get all excited.
No, I agree. You're right.
So it looks like Justin Lynch walked away
Had a
with
big night tonight.
an additional 50 Fat Haven dollar comic pages.
I mean, Josh, pretty soon Justin's just going to own the store, isn't he? He's going to be able to walk in there, like dump all the store credit on the counter and be like, give me a store.
It would take a lot more store credit than that. I just tell you now. Lord have mercy.
All right. I'm going to do some
$1 for every
tabulations.
tear and every ounce of blood shed over that place.
Oh, Instagram.
Yeah. JT had a good night.
Yes, he did. Okay. He had a hella great night.
Yeah, this 24-hour comic at Haven thing, that does sound like a lot of fun. Are you up for that, Owen?
Yeah, Jeremy talked to me about that a few weeks ago, maybe a couple months ago. I can't remember. Yeah, I'm definitely down for that. Not for the whole 24 hours, but you know.
Well, so we don't have to do 24 hours a piece, and like you could go take a nap or whatever and come back.
Did you see this?
Actually, just lives
Jeremy?
like 10 minutes away, so.
Give mine to Ryan for a birthday gift. Okay.
Check that out. Look at this great show, but missed the prize cam. Yep, I hear that. Christine, this is a good question. What's going on with Free Comic Book Day, or Free RPG Day, rather? It feels like
Ryan
it's super
Williams,
far
right?
away, but Free RPG Day is not super far away. Free RPG Day is coming up in the middle of October. It's like Free RPG Day. There will be Free Comic Book Day. There will be RPG products that will be available. And we will also be, we'll have some games scheduled, depending on COVID and all that stuff, of course, trying to figure out a way to do that safely. So that's still on the line. But Kids to Love is our chosen charity that we work to raise money for on Free RPG Day. So if nothing else, come out and support Kids to Love, get some gaming stuff, all that stuff. It's going to be really, really good. It's going to be a lot of fun. That's coming up here in, 3-4 weeks, something like that. It's not very far away at all.
All right, guys. I've done the math. I can give you the results. You guys ready? Am I muted? I'm not muted.
No,
Hey.
yeah, you're good.
24 hours at Haven, raise money, one chip challenge. No, hell no, 100% no. I'm not going to do that and then be productive. So cross that
I thought
off.
it was just going to be so easy for you.
Which one?
Well, you said it before, like, oh, this one chip challenge, no problem. I can do that. I won't even break
I
a sweat.
can do it. I respect.
Hey, I could not.
decline to
I will
do
tell you right
both.
now. Cannot do that. 100% will not be able to do that.
I can do it. I got this POW skill where I can just turn my brain off. I literally can just shut down. It is
POW
insane.
skill. Okay.
Uh-huh.
No, you know what? I've actually seen you use that skill before.
I feel like
No
there's a
one knows.
story here.
No, no, not really. It's not really anything like crazy. It's just we were at work one day and
You looked over and Jeremy was a zombie.
he just kind of zoned out and yeah, I mean, I don't know.
We don't have to get too far into it. Okay, so
I mean, it wasn't anything bad. It's just
I don't mean to cut you off. Sorry, I get excited.
no, you're fine.
All right, don't give all my secrets away. So Crunchyroll subscription from Wyatt and the Blurred Syndicate. That's going to go to Grace. So thank you, Wyatt. Then we also have $10 goes to Jeffrey Middleton. And we have $10 was going to go to Tots, but it's going to Ryan Williams. Get through all these guys. $20 to Kim Middleton. 30 to Christine May. And then Justin, big winner of the night, $90. $90. Look at that. I'm sure he's going to spend that on something.
Oh, I'm sure that he will. He gets about 427 Star Wars comics every week.
You know what, Josh? I think we have about $400 or $500 worth of like really exclusive vintage Star Wars fanzines and magazines and stuff from that collection, right?
That's true. We do.
There's some pretty sweet stuff in there, JT. So you need to like.
Hey, speaking of which, speaking of that stuff, let's see. We've got at least one or two
This
things.
was in there. This was cool. I still can't find anything on this. It's from
What is that?
It's a fanzine. It's a horror fanzine from 1966. It's the two-sided. Like one side is Crypt, and the other side is Armageddon. It's a fanzine to horror fiction and horror pulp magazines and stuff. Like
That's crazy.
no, this thing is awesome. I love this thing. I'm trying to find more info on it to see like what it's worth or if it's really worth much at all. Because some of this fanzine stuff's not really great. Oh, that's awesome. That Life magazine. What is
that? That looks like it's about $90.
I love that they put Bib Fortuna on there of all people.
Oh, yeah.
Of all the characters in Return of the Jedi, that's the one they put on there. Now that is badass. What is that? What was that?
Hang on. This,
what was that from?
This is the one he's going to get real excited about.
You've enticed him. Oh, man.
Oh, I've seen that before. That's awesome.
I just love the Gamorrean guard with the beach ball.
That is really awesome. Like
Now,
that.
for Jollies, we also have this one because this is just cool.
So they never say the word Ewok in that entire movie. So I hate that movie. Oddly enough,
How do you
don't
feel
ask.
about this one?
I just don't like ET. I've never liked ET. That's my man.
You're
I love
not
that guy.
allowed to dislike a movie
That-
here, Owen.
That
That's
right
thick.
there.
What about that?
That is Superman for me. I like the old Hammer films. All right, that was a Hammer film, right? Creature from Black Lagoon. Was it? I can't remember.
So you just picked up a huge, weird collection of old stuff?
Dude, this guy's collection is amazing. It's not like overly valuable, but what he has is essentially like 4 decades worth of a time capsule for pop culture and comics. He's got all these fanzines from the 60s and 70s that are just in phenomenal condition. And if you know what a fanzine is, it's when you pick up, I'm trying to think of like what a modern like Wizard magazine would have been considered like a fanzine, but that was a modern day. So think about like people really like teenagers. A lot of these people were like 15, 16, 17 trying to publish 100 issues. Some of them are in college, and they're doing it all by mail, all by telephone. And
That's
Printing
crazy.
it in their parents' basement.
and they're giving you like 60, 80 pages every quarter. A lot of them try to do 6 issues a year. Like it was nuts. Like it took so much initiative for they didn't make money off this, not really.
Wow.
Well,
But
and one of
they
them
did it
that
'cause
we
they wanted to
found
do it.
in that collection had Roy Thomas.
That's
who
the
went on to
collector's
do
guide.
A lot of great things in comics, but it had an ad in there from him, essentially saying like, "Hey, send me your stories or send me stuff. Here's my address to his apartment in St. Louis."
Roy got his start part of his start was he started off dealing comics when the hobby really took off, and that publication Josh was talking about came out in 1965. That is one of the single coolest things I've ever seen. I've been a hardcore comic book collector since I was 12, and I mean like you have no idea. And that little guide he has is really like one of the cool. Like when I saw it, I got so excited, and I took it home and I read it and I brought it back to me. It's a collector's guide. This is before price guides. There are no prices in there. It's this 1965 pamphlet publication. I think it's about 20 pages. Roy Thomas helped fund it, but it was Jerry Bales, I think was the guy's name who published it. and this is like literally the birth of the hobby. Like the first convention took place, I think, 2 years prior to that or something. And people really just didn't know a lot about collecting. And he goes over condition and the original 5 grades they used, and the history of conventions and the history of the of collecting and the curation of all these collections and stuff. I mean, it is just truly amazing the information it has in there. I actually I took pictures of everything. No, I think that thing is amazing. Like, it's really one of my favorite things out of the whole collection. This guy's stuff was awesome.
Yeah, there was a lot of really cool stuff in there. That doesn't even get into the kind of random stuff like all the slides.
And that was like maybe a third of the collection. He had like a whole bunch of other stuff too that was nuts.
Yeah,
like the posters. He has movie posters.
Yeah. Movie posters, 10 toys, slides.
Yeah, Michael Jackson.
Action figure of Michael Jackson, action figure of Elvis.
That was a doll. That was not an action figure, Josh. That was a straight up doll. That was like, it was packaged like a Barbie. It was like 14 inches tall. It only had like 4 opposable points. The clothes it was wearing were very well made. Like, he was wearing the leather jacket. Like, that was a doll, which is fine. I'm not knocking dolls. I'm just saying that was not an action figure. There was no kung fu grip.
That's true. There was no kung fu battle grip. But yeah, all kinds of really interesting stuff in there for sure.
That guy was a cool guy. He said he actually owned the first 20 Captain Americas.
He did. He has pictures that he took on his camera in the 90s. But he sold them all shortly after he took the pictures, and I'm like, I hate you so much.
Man, you've heard me talk about what I had. Don't get me started. I'm the same. Oh, my mom was actually up at our old house today, and I asked her, I was like, if you see any disposable cameras, grab them, because I had an insane collection when I was in college, and I sadly sold it. But I know I took pictures before I sold it on a disposable, and I never got them developed. So, but sorry, I remember most of it.
Guys, it was great to get together tonight. I had a lot of fun doing this. I hope you guys had fun too.
Glad you guys finally got to see Owen.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't throw shit at me in the street. Hey, I made it through this whole episode without saying an F-bomb. So
congratulations.
Congratulations. We're proud of you.
We're losing a lot of our audience. It's
Josh,
coming up on 9.
When I'm at the store on Saturdays, I try really hard. I want you to know. I know it slips out sometimes, but I do try really hard to like watch what I say. When there are kids around, I'm really good about it though. Like when kids are around, like, it's just I get like that secondary filter.
Hey, I told a kid at the store a couple months ago, maybe a year ago, that stealing was okay. So, I mean, you do your best.
Well, I mean, I'm sure I bet Jay and Josh a heart attack before the show came on. So,
oh, good. Yeah.
So for those not watching, I texted them about 30 minutes beforehand and said I was on the side of the interstate with a flat tire.
Yeah.
And then just
Yes,
silence.
you did.
I didn't respond. I didn't say anything. I just let them believe that.
Well, I was like, well, what are we going to do? I guess we better figure out something. We were going to bring Kaylisa on as your backup.
Oh,
she was ready to go.
It's funny. She's been like called upon a couple of times. I'm like, I'll do it, and then she's always the backup.
That's because Kaylisa is amazing.
No, she is. She's awesome. She was the 4th or 5th or 6th guest or something.
Yeah, she was on. It was Christmas because she had on her ugly Spider-Man sweater. Which I remember. But yeah, no, that's Kaylee's is awesome. But yeah, thanks for coming on, man, letting people put a face with the name and all that stuff. That's awesome.
Our friend Larry got some books back. Did you get anything from him?
I got one book came in I know of.
I've got 2. I got to go get them. I don't know I know what they are, but I don't know the grades. I'm excited. One of them's my Daredevil.
One of mine, or at least the one I know of that came back, is my Adam Legend of the Blue Marvel #1.
Ooh, wait! Did you have another one?
Yes, sir. I bought all 5 issues.
But no, I thought you already had one in the store.
I did. I had a #1.
Yeah,
I've had that for a while, but I bought all 5 issues of the story raw as a collection, and then I sent all 5 of them off to be graded, and then 2 through 5 came back. Although #3 had a random 7.5 grade
I remember
for
talking
no
about that.
reason.
What's the one grading?
Ticked me off. The #1, he said I was going to be happy, and I don't know if he means like really happy or just not angry. I don't know. So apparently it's not a 7.5.
When he says happy, he usually means 9.8.
He usually does, but if it's not, if you're not expecting it to be a 9.8, and I was not expecting that to be a 9.8, then
I'm excited about my Daredevil. I think he pressed it up like a whole grade and a half. I think it could be like a 4, 5, or a 5.
You guys should get him to come on.
I don't know if Larry would be down for this.
Yeah, he either would be all up for it, or he would just absolutely not want to do it at all. It would be one or the other.
Or the worst thing that could happen is he says yes and gets on here. Then we're
You talk about a dude that's got some comic book, like local comic book store knowledge. That dude has got it.
Or stories in general. He's a defense attorney in town.
Wow.
He's got some. He actually. I think he posted on Facebook the other day. He heard someone talking in the courtroom saying that's that lawyer who dresses like a supervillain.
That swanky supervillain. Yeah.
Yeah, because he wears he got like plaid suits and like loud colors and stuff.
He wears plaid suits and goofy socks. He does.
He's just a funny guy. He's just a big jolly guy. That's all.
Yeah, he's a good guy. Good guy. Well, thank you everybody for joining us. We appreciate it. If you didn't join us live, but you're watching this later, we appreciate you too. Especially if you're watching while you're at work and you should be doing something else. Don't get fired because of us. We're not worth it, but we appreciate that you're watching and we hope you're having a good time. You guys have an awesome night, and we will talk to y'all later unless anybody's got anything else they want to close out with.
Thanks for the year.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
It's been a year. Yay, us. Happy birthday to us.